and I welcome you in my home. And so today I'd like to take you in my kitchen, and we are on our way to go there. And I'd like to make something with you which I think you would enjoy very much. At least generally it seems that it's quite popular. And so therefore, come with me. I give you a little bit of an introduction, and then we go from there. And we are here in southern France, in Avignon. The weather is beautiful outside. It's Wednesday afternoon, and I normally would be on the road right now. I'm a Rick Steves tour guide, and this year, unfortunately, our tours are canceled, and so much more time at home. I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful home, and it allows me to do many things, so I can make something with you now what I love very much, and I look forward to eat tonight, so I hope you make it too. It's very easy, it's very simple, it's fun, and it's great with kids too. And then, yeah, let me know. Okay, see you in a second.
Beautiful pretzels. Let's see how they're gonna look. And it's very simple actually, so I'm not even bothering too much about how much and so on, the quantity. I'm gonna write it later, so you will see it. But so what I've done, I put already in my bowl here 500 grams of flour. How much is 500 grams of flour? I'm not sure with these cups. I find it very complicated because cups, I know you have, I know, but that's a cup. But well, I have a different cup. Is that also a cup? You see, kind of. We just use now 500 grams of flour. I'm repeating it, but what is important, I think you have the same sizes. I hope so. Half of that, it's 1 kilo of flour here. Half of that, that's in my bowl. So I'm gonna do that. That's done. So we have done this. Then next thing what we want to have in our bowl is we want to have 1 package of our yeast. So this is 11 grams. So this is kind of a big spoon like this, kind of round. Well, it's 1 package. So then after that, what we want, very simple also. So you have different recipes, but the one that works for me actually pretty good is this one. So then you get a little bit of salt. So I have this half kind of spoon, oh, a little bit more. Salt is good for us, no? Then sugar. So I have brown sugar. If you have white sugar, that's fine too. It's probably even better, but I only have brown sugar, so let's be open. So I'm gonna, it's pretty much the same amount you can put in. Not everyone puts sugar in, but salt in any case. So I think this is good. So we have this, what else do we need? No. Now, then there are recipes where so this will be around 9-10 pretzels. We will see. Well, it depends, of course, how big you want them. Also. So in some recipes, you find butter or margarine. And I'm in France, so I have wonderful butter. So this is salted butter that adds a little bit more butter. But so what we want is 40 grams of butter. 40 grams of butter, well, you know the little blocks that we have in Europe? Remember from the breakfast buffet? That's 10 grams, so that's how it works in my head. So I would say this is about 20, and I put 2 of those in, and it should be kind of soft. Shouldn't be cold. So we put that in, voila, and another one, butter. I mean, can there be too much butter? Let's be honest. So then we have all that. So then we roll that up. Now I show you. I have this now, this beauty here. And then we need 300 milliliters of liquid. Then there's again different theories. Some people talk about water, 300 milliliters of water, ounces, same thing. It's like that. I'm gonna let you know. And yes, so this is our liquid. So and it can be either, in some recipes you find it lukewarm water, in some recipes you find milk. I mix. Some recipes you have 250 milliliters, in other recipes you have 350 milliliters. I go for 300. I'm a person of compromise. So we do it with this recipe. So it's 300 milliliters of full fat, or I mean it shouldn't be no fat because it's ridiculous. Then you just use water, and water mixed. So or you can only use milk, but you have already butter. So It's kind of 300 milliliters liquid that you need. And then, so we put that in beautifully, beautifully. So I wait a little bit because maybe I have too much. And then I take my friend here, hello, from the background of the picture. That's nice. These are wonderful pomegranates, whole different story. I'm a big fan of pomegranates, so I'm now stirring here a little bit. You could use, of course, a mixer, but I mean, there's more work to clean it than, well, let's just try it without. Huh? Let's see. Pomegranates, yes, it's season right now, and I love them, and they're very photogenic. I don't know if you, while I'm mixing here, and that is super exciting, I make my yeast dough here. I'll tell you that I'm not only a tour guide for Rick Steve, so this is 17 years now that I guide tours for Rick. Before that I worked in a museum and so on. I'm an art historian, photographer, and now with the opportunity that COVID allows us to spend more time at home and take care of things we maybe haven't had time. Oh, let's just put it all in. So I'm back in photography, so check out my photography if you want to. And I'm also doing some printing, gum printing and Van Dyke and Stenotype. I think I'm gonna make a print about a pretzel, of one that we do. I think that would be nice. So it's getting there. So it's start to stick together, which is nice. And so what I'm gonna do in a second, I'm gonna use my hands. So put it here, then I'm gonna take my dish towel and I'm covering it up. Ta-da, my flamingos, beautiful flamingos. And then we let it rest for about 30 minutes. All right, we are back here at the Pretzel channel. Look at that, this was magic. Dun, 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 dun. So 45 minutes later, it should have gone a little bit up. Your dough, the yeast dough, should have gone up a little bit, nice and yeah, just sweet, just like a ball. This we don't need anymore, so this is gone. Now I have it here, and what we do now is with this, so we can of course still have it a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. So what we can do now is, what we want to, making 10 pieces, 10 equal pieces. So I'm rolling it. I think you can see it very well now. So this is all rolling it, and we want 10 pieces, and these 10 pieces then we roll again, and we make our pretzel out of it, because this is the exciting part. I put here some flour also, in case, you know, it's like when you make your cookies, your Christmas cookies, that you then maybe, if it sticks. So this is becoming nice and good. 10 parts, well, I mean 10, 9, 11, you see, but that's a little bit the idea. So we're gonna use this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, perfect. So I put a little bit flour here, so you can see me good here, I think. No, let's just do that. And yes, and then we're gonna try to make this long, about 20 centimeter long. It's always complicated, feet and all the thing. So this now is, of course, we're gonna try. I have to warm up too, so I have a chance because I'm gonna make a lot. And this is the fun part. So maybe if you make it till here, and then actually you do it long, you make it longer, 40 centimeters, you can also do it. It depends if you want them thick or if you want them thinner, and leave the ends a little bit thicker. So that is probably quite helpful. So now I'm gonna, that long, this long, this long. And I'm gonna take it, so you take it up, you cross it, you twist it, and you put it down onto the belly of the pretzel. And it's there, it's beautiful. It won't stick too much right now, so try to stick them here somehow together, a little bit. And you put it on the side. And you can do your 10 now. So here just again, so here is the, well, to be cooked product. But so remember, we had our yeast dough and we made a long roll out of it. We cut it into 10 parts. So here you have the 5 remaining. So thick like that, kind of, okay? Then you start rolling it, rolling. And then they get thinner, and it doesn't have to be all equal. The good thing is if you leave it in the middle kind of thicker, you just saw my feet, didn't you? If you, yes, so leave it in the middle a little bit thicker, maybe at the ends also, where they then come together like this. What we're doing now is we're gonna prepare our bath in which our pretzels go, so they become this, they get this very nice brown kind of color. So this is exciting. Boiling water. Now what is exciting? So this is about 1.5 liters. Yeah, 1.5 liters, and 1.5 2 liters, doesn't matter. And then so let's just say for 1.5 liters you put in 2 soup spoons. So this is a little bit smaller, 2, or let's say of these kind of 3. So this is smaller. Spoons into boiling water, and then you let it cook for about 10 minutes before you put the pretzels in. So now I'm gonna do that, and watch out, because there will be a reaction, of course, right away. I feel like an alchemist. So let's see. You see? So slowly, don't throw it just in. So we do that now. I think it wasn't a hole. So, and we let it cook for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, what we can do, we go back to our pretzels, and I was mentioning, so if you want to, you don't have to, you can cut them if you have space there on the bottom, let's say. If you have space, you can cut them a little bit so they will open up before you put them in. If they are longer out here, then what happens also is the dough gets warm and it gets a little bit tricky. An M is easier. Let me put an M in. So I do this. That's very nice. Voila. You can put a heart in, or flower, or you know. So and so now we're out here on my balcony, and we're gonna pick some rosemary to put it on the pretzel. We can try, why not? I think thyme would be nice too. So here we are in my garden. So I have basil. So this is maybe for some caprese, some parsley, which I love with my carrots that I do Oriental style, and cumin. And then I have this is kind of indigenous rosemary in here, so we have a lot of that, of course, here in Provence. And then here we continue on with a little bit of thyme also. So let's just see. This is nice. I'm gonna put that here. Okay, so here we are back here. This is rather exciting. So these friends here are all ready to go into their warm bath, to then go over here to get their chosen salt, herbs, sesame, whatever we decided, and then go down in here. Voila. So this is what it's gonna be. So now let's try that. So I'm gonna take it here. Yes, 20 seconds we're supposed to do that. So I'm starting now. It goes all the way in for 20 seconds now. Looking exciting here on the timer. So we do that in real time now, no? So no speeding up. So this is, let's just see what happens to the camera. Okay. Well, if it's a little bit less, that's fine too. So I'm just gonna, you know, see. Patient, patient. Look at the pretzel alchemy. There it is. That is beautiful. It comes up, and that is a good sign. So it's like a dumpling when mom made dumplings at home. So here we can take it, and we take it, let it drop a little bit. Look at this beauty. It gets heavy, and then it goes there, and it sits there where it wants to sit. Now I only have one hand. So there we go. It sits beautifully. Now, and what we want now is we can put some salt on. I have big salt, as we call it. So, and then it also, of course, depends how much salt you want, you know. By the way, when you're in a beer hall, you can also take the salt off. Do it under the table. Nobody sees it. Under the table. Did you hear me? Under the table, kind of like casually, you know. I mean, not under the table, you know, like, you don't have, well, I'm putting enough on, I think. So here we go. For the person that loves a lot of salt, maybe. This one. Yes, so we had it in 20. So let's just do that one more time, because it's so exciting. If you have a bigger pot, then you probably can also, well, then you can put 2 in, probably can even here. But you see, so it's down, 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 and then at some point it's gonna come up, and it is pretty much, yeah, after 20-30 seconds. So it is slightly boiling. I put it in, and then we had it 10 minutes or so. Now slightly boiling. You see that it actually gets quite white here on the corner, but that's all easily then cleaned afterwards. So now it comes up. I'm gonna wait. Yep, there it is, and I'm gonna take out. If they don't come up, then don't worry. Then just take it out after about this 20 seconds. So now it sits here, beautiful. Let's just we just picked up some rosemary. Let's do a Mediterranean bread. It's of course totally raw. It's not at all traditional, and probably a good proper Bavarian. But you know, I mean, I'm seeing myself as a European, and you know, fusion cuisine. This is fusion, no? What do you say? I think this is beautiful. A little bit of salt anyway. I think this is always good. Thyme, rosemary with a little bit of salt. Voila. Let's leave it with that. So I'm gonna prepare some, and I show you when I'm done. So now what do we have? I've made one with sesame. Here's some grenache salt. So this is salt from the Camargue, fleur de sel. So this is just raked off the salt pool, and then mixed with grenache at the Mourchon winery. I will tell you more about this Mourchon winery. It's a wonderful place, a great place where we go with the groups also. It's just here around the corner. So they mix in the salt of the Camargue, which is just down here on the coast, on the Mediterranean, some grenache grape juice, and that makes it in red. And then here I have some wasabi, sesame seeds with wasabi, nice and spicy sesame. And then here we take the basic classic kind of salt. And then also, it's a little bit funny, I have all red hands here. Must be the light. So you can press it a little bit. Press it a little bit. That will be then a little bit helpful. You could, of course, or we can do with the next bit. Also take some, I have some seeds. Oh, we're gonna try that. Okay, so here we are. Now, what we can do, I'm gonna open here, down here. So the first batch is already in, you see. This is exciting. So I'm gonna put that. Look at this. So I have it at this symbol. I think you have the same. I don't know how that's called. I have it at 220, and yes, the time. So it's about 20-30 minutes. So now this goes in. Put it underneath for now, and then we just switch around. There we go. So you gotta be careful, because this, I have a feeling this goes, well, I don't have only a feeling, it goes pretty quick at some point there. Let's see. So the bottom ones are the ones that we put in second, and here on top, hot. This looks lovely, doesn't it? A little bit different, of course, than that. This looks nice. Okay, I'm
I'm gonna close it for another, I would say, 30 seconds. Okay, so from here, lifted, 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 excitement. Here we go. Here are the beautiful first batch. We are back. So now we come to the nice part. We come to the drying part. And I would like to dry with you the pretzels. I need to show them to you. Look how beautiful they are. Beautiful like that. I don't even know. I have to decide. So we have 10 wonderful pretzels with different kind of garnishing on it, which is really quite exciting. So, but normally salt. That is it. Nothing else. And then we like in Bavaria to eat our pretzels either with sweet mustard, which is the Hausmacher. This is typical from Munich, the Hausmacher mustard. And this is a wonderful, wonderful mustard that goes particularly well with the pretzels. You can dip it in. That's what I'm gonna do. Or they also go well with the white wurst, with the white sausage, which is typical to eat in Munich, and you eat it with the pretzel also. So yes, so this is what we're gonna try, and then we also try it with some butter because this is just perfect and beautiful. We still have a little bit. I'm gonna take that out. They're still a little bit warm. We're gonna do that. Now you expect me probably to have a beer now, which will not happen because I don't have any beer here. And but I have wonderful wine. I'm a more wine drinker, and I have wonderful wine from Alsace. And Alsace is the central eastern region of France, where a lot of traditions are very, maybe would seem to you German. And this has to do, and we go, if you want, at some occasion, we can of course talk about history also, but this has a lot to do that this part was predominantly, for long parts, let's just say from the year 1000 on, for the majority of time, it was part of the German lands, or it was part of the Holy Roman Empire, or it was part of the German Empire. You probably know about Alsace-Lorraine, the struggle, Third Reich, or the losing World War One, Kaiser Wilhelm, Third Reich, back and forward. So it's not surprising, maybe, if you think about that, we find bottles there like this. So this is what reminds you probably of the German white wine bottle shape that you would find in the shelf also at home. So this is an Alsatian bottle. This is French, and I've chosen to have one with that. Maybe you want to find out more about these wines. They do Gewürztraminer, Riesling, wonderful Rieslings, different than the German. They have similar grape varieties also. The Rhine wines are from the other side. Alsace is actually on the Rhine River. Don't get me started on wine. I'm very passionate about wine. So that would be a different story. But now let's go back to the pretzel. So this is, this is my Stinty. Oh yes, I'm gonna post though. I'm gonna put the link to this winery. A wonderful young couple, family owned, small winery. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely worthwhile if you're in the area to check it out and just to enjoy them. It's they're very wonderful and great wines, Alsatian wines. So let's just see. Now I'm gonna choose just the basic, simple one. Oh my God, my own pretzel. This is a while ago. I don't have often time for that. So look at this. I'm gonna break it. So this is of course exciting. So nice weight. It's are they fluffy? Kind of. Maybe it could be a little bit fluffier. But so now I'm gonna try some mustard with it. Here, I've got a little bit. Super good. Sehr, sehr gut. Super good. Bavarian. Really good. Chin chin. Prost. Goes beautiful. So now I have a piece of butter with it, just to check. Okay, let's try. Look, a little bit of butter. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed, and you will find some art about pretzels, about bread in our monthly theme. As far if you want to travel with small groups, check out Nomad's View. This is my photography, and I hope you enjoyed. And I just enjoyed the moment with you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And yeah, come back. Maybe something else will come up. What would you like to cook? Bye bye.